Yeah, in Emil's vast experience in roofing, because he did pastoring for 700 years, and then he did another 700 years of roofing, and now he's got about 500 years into public adjusting. So he looks really good for his age. But the things that we run into, like talking about if the insurance company pays for a roof and you don't replace that roof, you're going to have issues down the road with coverage. But Emil had a situation that's fraudulent. You want to tell him about what happened?
Yeah, so we had a claim in Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, and storm had come down, damaged this guy's home. So he did some patch jobs on the shingle roof, and then he sent in some photographs of a part of the roof that were not damaged and said the insurance company have done the work. Now, at that point, he was still safe legally, but then they sent him a check for the depreciation. Now it's insurance fraud because
Because they paid for the roof to be replaced, not patched.
Yes, and that's critical. The fact that he sent in that I've done the work and he hadn't, that's called insurance fraud. But of course, they didn't pick it up. We weren't part of the equation. That was prior to the storm we were there. Then he called us with the new storm and said, hey guys, come check our home out. So we jumped up on the roof and there was damage. We took photographs, sent it into the insurance company. The insurance company compared the photographs to his previous claim. And they said, hold on, this is exactly the same damage, just it's a little worse. We thought that you fixed the roof, replaced the roof. So then they sent somebody from the insurance fraud department, SIU, to have a look at it, and they determined that it was a fraudulent claim that he'd put in for the depreciation. Because the truth is, you don't have to fix your roof. When you get your ACV check, you don't have to. Now, what happens if you don't fix your roof?
Well, then you're liable for anything that happens after that. If you don't fix your roof, and they paid you to replace the roof, they didn't pay you to fix it, they paid you to replace it. So 8 months later, another hailstorm happens, but this time it's a little more. So it damages your roof, but not only that, now it goes through some of these areas that are patched. So now we have an open area, a storm-created opening. So now water gets all throughout your house. Guess how much of that is covered? Nothing.
And that's what we had in Louisiana, right?
So
Time and time again. So he calls us, so we do the inspection, we send in the photos, the insurance company sends out the inspector, says, hold on, there's a problem here because you put in for the depreciation. If he hadn't put in for the depreciation, he would have been fine. But he put in for the depreciation. He was gaming the system, trying to get money that they didn't owe him. So immediately what happened, his account got red flagged. The insurance company gave him notice of suspension. They cancelled his insurance. Within 2 days, he got a letter from his mortgage company saying, we're calling the note because there's no insurance. He couldn't get insurance because he'd been red marked throughout the states for fraud. So nobody wanted to give him insurance. Then he gets a phone call from his vehicle insurance people saying, we're cancelling your insurance. He then gets a phone call from the note on his vehicle saying, we're recalling the car because you have no insurance. That's part of your agreement. Now, in the end, we got him insurance, but he ended up paying, instead of $1,200 a year, he paid literally something like $4,300 a year. It was hugely more expensive, all to try and save himself $4,000.